Well, thank you so much, and welcome everybody. I am truly honored to be here, and just amazed to look out in this beautiful environment and see all of you folks there. Um, I'm going to talk quickly about the successes that we've had in virtual librarianship, but more than that, I really would like to talk a little bit about the here and now, because you, as library students graduating, are living in a very, very different world than perhaps we ever envisioned, and certainly different from when you made that momentous decision to go into librarianship and head off to library school. I have been writing a one-page soundbite for the last 13 weeks talking about this different world, this different environment that we all find ourselves in, whether it's the real world or it's the virtual world, the environment in which we as librarians need to forge a new relationship. Um, the articles I'm talking about are called On a Positive Note. I started writing these really for the small public libraries in central Illinois. Uh, Folks who perhaps had one or two staff members and were dealing with a world that was changing quicker than any of us could possibly imagine. I started writing it on a Sunday afternoon at the kitchen table and talking about how to lead in difficult times. I wrote that first one on a Sunday night, sent it out on a Monday morning, February 23rd, and quite honestly was astounded by 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I had over 100 emails from folks saying, oh my gosh, I really need to hear the library's voice talking about how we are dealing with the recession, how we are dealing with incredible changes in our environment, and how I can lead my library, how I can work in my community, and how I can lead my family through this incredibly changing environment. So having had that kind of response, I, on the next Sunday morning, wrote a second article, How to Control the Fear. People had been emailing me all week saying, Kitty, I wake up in the morning and I'm worried about my library. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about my husband's job. How do I deal with that kind of fear? And so I thought, this is the thing that I really need to respond to. As a librarian working in central Illinois, I really need to find my voice and be able to reach out and talk to folks. That was the end of February. We're now looking at, my gosh, early May, and I have written 13 articles. Having said that, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity in the next couple of minutes just to talk about, so what have we learned? What do we know so far about this incredible shift that we're seeing in society? Well, the first thing I want to say is we as a culture and as a group know more about world economy, the stock market, the auto, the mortgage, the banking industries than we ever knew before. I don't think there is anybody in the library world in North America that doesn't know more about what's happening than we ever did. I mean, who knew we were so connected to Detroit, that our global well-being hinged upon the success of the banking industry, the mortgage industry, the car industry? It was certainly a rude shock to me. And I was born and raised in the Motor City, baby. I was connected to the auto industry, but I had no idea how it would filter down and affect all of us. The other thing I've learned in the last 13 weeks is that bipartisan politics has produced very few answers for us. And in many ways, it's actually impeded our progress. Teamwork. Teamwork as libraries, teamwork as communities, teamwork in the state I live in, and teamwork at a national level are what's going to dig us out of this hole. And so teamwork really has become fundamental to us being able to reposition ourselves as librarians. And I think the reality is we need many solutions to lead us out of this complex recession. Solutions for the nation, solutions for the states, for our communities, solutions for our libraries, and solutions for our families. If we are part of the problem, we need to be part of the solution. And I'm sure you've heard that said a lot in the last couple of months, but I truly believe that if we are going to be part of the solution, we need to be working on it right away. The other thing I think I've learned is that innovation truly is the engineer of change. The Alliance Library System, we are thrilled to be, for lack of a better word, the mothership for Second Life Libraries, and we truly believe that it is innovation that is going to drive us out of this 7 to 9 year economic boom and bust cycle. Because that boom and bust cycle has done us a lot of damage. It does not sustain economic growth, and so we need to learn where the tipping point is and how we can self-regulate ourselves to avoid the precipice and avoid this kind of boom and bust. Speaking in that vein, the library community truly needs to be a part of the solution for this economy. Keeping our workforce employed. I'll say that again. Keeping our workforce employed and focused on the community we serve is truly essential. Those lines, when I wrote them in early March, resonated louder than I think anything else that I have said to date. People emailed me for weeks after that saying, Kitty, I'm so glad someone is standing up and saying the library community needs to be part of the solution. And so keeping our workforce employed and focusing on the community that we serve are the pieces of our puzzle that we need to bring to the table. Huge response from the library community across the board on that one comment. The other thing that I've learned in writing on a positive note is that innovative new products like PlayAway, new services like reference text messaging, which I think is the hottest thing on the planet right now for libraries, are opening up whole new communities for the library world. And we really need to capitalize on these new innovations, take them in, and really make them part of the library service that we provide.